Good evening. This is the Town of Carver Planning Board meeting of December 3rd, 2013 at 7 o'clock. If we could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Under old business tonight, we have a minor modification, Timeless Stoneworks, 316 Tremont Street in Carver.
Mr. Chairman, as you know, we had the site visit. I forget who came, Kevin and Will, I think, came. It's like the mirror image of Remington Gas, just a little smaller and actually more concealed, if that's possible.
Is it? Okay.
And you'll see in your packet a letter from the Board of Health saying essentially that the septic system and well are adequate. And also now that the existing storage building is being converted to a retail building, does it meet the plumbing code, which I know Brian's gonna talk about. And we have a letter from Deputy Chief Germain saying that site access is sufficient and that the 15 feet is the absolute minimum. So he's gonna be watching that one, and that, you know, when you go for your building permit, you'll have to deal with all the fire prevention regulations for him, the exit signs. And then you'll see, and I know Brian wants to go over this, his response letter and revised plan.
Good evening, thank you, Brian Grady, the GAF Engineering.
Hi, Brian.
Good evening. Yeah, you should have my response letter in the packet and the revised plans. The revisions to the plan are pretty minimal. All we've done is inside the existing manufacturing building, Mr. Tinkin requested that we clearly indicate the bathroom, that that building is serviced by a bathroom. So this revision shows the bathroom, mechanical room, and they have a small office in there. So that's the only revision that's been made to the plan. And I've also provided you the response letter for the comments. The Board of Health letter, I guess one of the larger comments was to does the Carver Stormwater Board of Health regulations apply? Or have they been met? And this project goes back to 2008 when it was originally submitted. At that time, Fuss and O'Neill did a thorough review of the drainage calculations. We made some revisions, resubmitted them, at which point they were approved. So it's been through a thorough review relative to drainage. What's happening here with the new building is going or being built where the gravel parking area is. As part of those drainage calculations, we use a 98 for a curve number for the gravel and a 98 for a curve number for the building. So drainage characteristics are not changing in any way with this new building being put on site. The other comment relative to the plumbing permits, yes, we will apply for all plumbing permits for the site. We actually probably be requesting a waiver from, Mr. Owen had mentioned possibly having to put a second bathroom into the existing building. We'll be requesting a waiver at the state level from the plumbing for that because it is an existing building. Generally, they have granted waivers in like fashion of those in the past, so we'll be either applying and getting the permit or getting a waiver from the requirement. So they'll be addressed in one fashion or another. And the comment relative to this being converted to retail, that's not true. This building's always been used. This is where the manufacturing and the cutting and the polishing of the slabs occurs. So it's not going to be retail. There's the small office building up front. That's where the general public goes, has the meeting. They only come out back in the parking lot to look at slabs and product and things like that. They don't have access to this building. The retail language on the plan goes back to 2008. We had the technical review meeting with all the committee heads. And as part of determining where does this use fall under the zoning language as part of Carver zoning, that's the language that was applied to it and to get the parking area requirements, things of that nature. But the large building that exists there now is light manufacturing. That's where the slabs are cut, polished, and things of that nature, so the public doesn't go in there. Fire department comments, we will maintain the minimum 15 feet, and we will incorporate Carver Fire Department lock on the gate out front. I don't think they'd accept the key for our padlock, but we'll see. But in either case, we'll be addressing that as well.
They'll want a dual lock, that's what it is, it's a two-prong, your lock is one piece, theirs is another, and either one can get in, is what they'll want.
That'll be addressed. And the fire notification suppression systems, that'll be addressed through the building permit process. It's a small building, we don't anticipate it's gonna need any of that, but all that will be addressed officially once the building plans are prepared and submitted at that point. Those, I believe, are all the changes and comments at this point, and if there's any other questions.
I'm all set.
I'm all set, I have no questions.
All set. No, I don't think,
Make a motion to approve the minor modification for timeless storage.
I'll second. Have motion and a second, those in favor? Aye.
Sure.
Yep.
Just, are there any conditions? I don't think there are any, I think they've done everything.
Like everything.
I just wanna make sure.
Right,
Alright.
so we voted. And it was unanimous.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brian.
Have a great, thanks so much, holiday. Thank you, you too.
Go get them.
Okay, thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
See ya.
Bye. Bye.
They're like too good of a mood, you're making too much money, I think, is the problem.
Just a try.
All right, under old business, we have a, no, we don't, yeah, not yet, we can't do
Go to
this.
C.
Do we have any planning board notes while we're waiting for 7:15? We have about 7 minutes. No plan, anybody have anything to say?
You have to go to D.
No. Hope everybody out there had a wonderful Thanksgiving.
It was a good Thanksgiving. Okay, this planners notes.
A couple things. I just had the privilege of going up to what they call the meet and greet. The selection committee for the town administrator have narrowed it down to 4 candidates, and they're up there right now, and you could certainly go up there after this meeting. I've looked at the resumes, they're all very qualified, of course, and I would imagine by January, maybe February at the latest, that we'll have a new town administrator, and I think even, no matter which one they pick, it's gonna be well qualified and hopefully a good boss to have.
Do you have the candidates' names?
I couldn't remember them. I know they're David, Michael, and Alan, but there's one is the town administrator in Rehoboth, was in Rehoboth. One is the town administrator in Rockland, one is the town administrator in Cohasset, and the other one is the town administrator in Avon. All got credentials. Some more on, one is a lawyer, kind of more on the legal side. One is a former state rep from Bridgewater, so is more on the governmental side. Another one has a planning background. Another one has economic development background. So I think we'll be in good hands. What else do I have? I know that at your next meeting, I met with Makepeace. Makepeace is gonna be doing a rather large 6 megawatt solar project south of the Carver Marion landfill on Federal Road, right on the Wareham border. And they're gonna be coming in for a receipt of plans next meeting. So we're gonna have to deal with that, obviously. And the other thing is local housing partnership, we're still trying, we have the monies now to obviously purchase a foreclosed house. We're getting closer. Bruce, we had a meeting last week and right before Thanksgiving, and we're zeroing in on a few houses that may be the right fit. It's an odd thing, the market's doing pretty well now, houses are selling. So we don't wanna compete with the private sector, but we wanna find the right niche where we can find a house that needs some work, has the right amount of bedrooms, in the right location, and we're getting there. I think that's all I got.
Thank you.
There was that one plan with the.
Oh, yes, I want, since we got some time. If you remember New England, New England Farms, who's doing the gas station down on Tremont Street? They're getting closer, they got their demolition permit, and they're getting closer to construct, probably be in the spring. But he wanted me to ask a question, if you recall, and I'll show this to you as well, Fran, they were going to do a brick facade, and he would like to change it to clapboard. I'll just show that.
It's a beautiful building.
I didn't think he needed a minor modification. I thought I could just place that in the file, but I'll leave that up to you guys. It still looks very attractive.
It's a
does,
beautiful
yeah.
building.
Mm.
Just
That's almost
Yeah.
like the model of what he does at all his buildings, they look the same,
With the same type
Clapboard or
of.
same
shingles?
clapboard.
That's-
That's
That's shingles.
That's
So
shingles.
Shingles are
Yeah.
clapboard.
Shingles,
Yeah.
shingles. I said clapboard, it's
Yeah.
shingles. Cape Cod shingles, yeah.
No, I think it looks great.
Can I
Looks very
see
nice.
this, please?
Very cute, positive.
Yeah, very nice.
And that's the color, like
Yeah.
a greenish tan with a dark roof.
Very nice.
No, I don't see any problem with that.
So I'll place it in the file.
Were they gonna go, they were gonna do a whole, the whole front was just gonna be brick right up to
Right.
the roof.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's still very nice.
Very
Alright.
nice. I'm done.
Alright,
You all set?
anybody
Jim?
else?
Good.
Okay.
Okay, we'll just place it in the file, Kath, and we'll do it. We'll send it
Kathy,
that
give
way,
it to
so I
Kathy.
don't lose it.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, still a few minutes left. We have the approval of the minutes for November 5th, 2013, and for November 19th. We do November 5th. Do we have those minutes?
Thank you, Jack.
November 5th. We have November 5th is in the file. Geez, we did a lot that night. All right, do I hear a motion to accept the minutes of November 5th?
Make a motion, Mr. Chairman, to accept the minutes of November 5th as written.
Second.
Have a motion and second, those in favor?
Aye.
All right, then we have the minutes for November 19th.
Awful quiet down here though, isn't it? Huh?
Good one.
All right. Do I hear a motion to accept the minutes of November 19th?
A motion to accept the minutes as written for November 19, 2013.
I'll second that.
Have a motion and a second. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Abstain.
All right. It is just a couple of minutes after 7:15. So we have a 7:15. We have a public hearing continuation, crop production services, a special permit site plan review for a warehouse retail space.
Well, as you'll see in your packet, they are again asking for another continuance. I did talk to Mike Upley, and it's the same story. Corporate's still struggling, they're trying to get the plans done. He thinks he'll be ready by the 17th, you can see that. So I'm gonna recommend, hold on a second, before you guys jump on it. Yeah, we're wide open, I'd say 7:15.
Make a motion to continue the public hearing for, crop production services to December 17th at 7:15.
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
All right, next we have correspondence.
None.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And good night.
Thank you, Fran and Fran.
Thank you, Fran and Fran.